Hello and welcome to Baku Sports Hall. It's the men's doubles semi-finals, and we've got two cracking matches lined up for you. We've got the world number 2, Mogensen, against Beck and Heinz coming up here. The Germans in black at the far end of the court, and Mogensen in blue at the near end. This should be a really interesting tie. The Danish pairing.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Mogensen, Denmark. On my left, Beck, Heinz, Germany. Serve to Beck, level.
Sven Sever gets us underway and officially announces the players for this first men's doubles semi-final here at Baku Sports Hall. Denmark, the world number 2, the top seeds here in this event, get themselves underway. Mathias Bo is left-handed, so it's a left-right combination which often goes down well in doubles. Mathias Bo, 34 years old. Carsten Mogensen, 31. Service fault called. Freak Cox is our service judge, and he was on form last night. He called 6 service faults in the match between Belgium and Ireland, the quarter-final. And he's got himself underway quite nice and early in this semi-final. He was very keen on calling the service faults there. Lovely smash from Mogensen. And it's that smash from midway through that volley that gave the Danes a little bit of extra impetus there. There's a lot of athletes here in their early 20s or mid-20s. These two Danes have been around the block a little bit. 31 and 34. Bo is 6'3", Mogensen 6'2", so both have got a good bit of height as well.
2, 3.
They haven't dropped a set, the Danish pair coming through. Not dropped a game, I should say, coming through to this semi-final. And this pair are used to playing big matches like this. They play all the big tournaments. They won the All England Badminton Championships in Birmingham in March this year, which is one of the biggest events on the tour.
4-2.
Beating Yu Haifeng and Zhang Nan from China, who were a pretty tasty pair themselves, and that's why they are world number 2s in the men's doubles. The German pairing, world number 36. Being pushed to 3 games in a couple of their matches so far. Raphael Beck is the taller of the two, 6'2". He's at the back of the court. And Andreas Heinz, who just fluffed that shot here. You just see, tried to, yeah, just complete miss it, and just looks up at the lights as if he's playing in a church hall, and one of the bulbs just caught his eye there as he went up for it, but it total miss it. I think that's an old pros trick, isn't it? Look up at the lights. Good start here for Denmark, 5-2 ahead. They've looked very, very good so far. Germany moving around well. Raphael Bo putting some good smashes in at the back, and that was Andreas Heinz there with the hit. He's only 5'5". It's a big man, small man combination for Germany, but Heinz is the one who's fast around the front of the net, and he showed a little bit of zippiness there, didn't he? Really got up for that quickly. Heinz has actually played against these two back in 2011 with an old partner, Max Schwenger, and lost 22-20, 21-12. Right, the official here is saying, right, that's enough. And I think that's interesting. He's given him a warning. The Matthias Bow saying he wasn't ready, but as you could see, he was looking up and he looked ready, and he just didn't react to the long serve. And I think the umpire's letting him know he's going to be a little bit unforgiving in future on that. Nice serve, but Denmark very fast. This is a really high quality game already. Very few errors. Just what you'd expect in the semi-final of a European Games. Oh, good reactions there from Heinz, because Beck was blue. Carsten Mogensen. These players look quite a similar build from behind. Mogensen is wearing red trainers, and Bo is left-handed, which makes it a little bit easier. Bo to serve. Denmark have a 2-point lead here early in this first. Heinz a little bit frustrated there. A lot of pressure. And again. And well, Freak Cox. Well, can I be controversial? But I'm not sure that was the service fault. That looked as if the wrist was above. But certainly Matthias Bow also felt that. I mean, there was a little bit of a elongated stare. In fact, the Belgian pair from in the quarterfinals yesterday, and there's still a little bit of correspondence going on between service judge here. The Belgian pair received a yellow card yesterday in the quarterfinal when they were called for an issue with the umpires, and there was an elongated chit-chat there. And again, a service fault.
9-7. Andreas.
Well, he's very keen on this sort of thing, isn't he, this service judge? There's no doubt that he's bringing his impact onto this semi-final, as he did in the quarter-final yesterday.
10-7.
I think Sam and Josh McGee would be quite happy that they're not going to see him in their match coming up shortly. Beck was right on top of the net there, and it was certainly an unforced error from the German. Oh, air shot from Bow, that's unusual. And the smallest man on court jumps up high at the back of the net and delivers the big smash. And Matthias Bow, it's not often you'll see a talent such as him. Been playing badminton for many years. As I said earlier, he's 34 years old. I don't think he's expects to hit many air shots in his career. Bow's on the floor. Oh, he's played a shot off the floor. Incredible, and they're still in the rally. Beck firing hard. Back to level play now. Danes are right back in this. Heinz. What a rally, the rally of the match so far. And the Germans, well, I think they had to win that 3 times. that will have really helped their confidence.
9-10.
Raphael Beck to serve for Germany. 23 years old.
Service over.
Denmark made that
11-9.
look easy there.
Interval.
The combined ages, 47 for the Germans and 64 for the Danish. Just having a discussion with our coaches now. I think there was a little, they had a little nibble with the umpire there. The game umpire sat in the chair.
Leg den Ball mit und gehen danach sofort einen Schritt. Da klauen wir Zeit. Das habt ihr jetzt am Netz richtig gemacht. Du musst drin bleiben. Wenn du im Midcourt bist, Druck machst, so, musst du drin bleiben. Ja. Weil wenn du hochkommst, ich komme auch durch. Du bist vorne auch noch.
Nur wenn der Wechsel kommt, dann gehst du raus und das machst du über Beine, bleibst du nicht stehen. Ja. Und weiter mit der Tacke, ja, und das mit Polen funktioniert. Ja, kommt zweimal weg und dann kommt.
The Germans certainly trying to work Raphael Beck a little bit more into this game, feeling that Heinz is doing a little bit too much of the work early on, and Beck is the big man. He's the one they want to be smashing at the back, and we've seen that Heinz has, on a couple of occasions, has been back there. 11-9. Good tight first game this. Oh, well, a bit of luck. Apology from Heinz. A high five with his partner.
Service over. 12-10.
Denmark have just managed to keep this lead. They were two love up, and have just managed to keep a 2-3 point gap. That one just goes wide though from Bo's racket.
11-12.
And now 11-12, but they just seem to have always managed to keep a 2-3 point gap. This is as tight as it's ever been. The Germans have not
Yes,
led
that's Raphael.
so far in this game. In fact, getting the wrong server there. Good to see that they can do it even at international level. Well, Germany on the defense there. Raphael Beck's serve
13-11.
is not causing Denmark any trouble at all, and they're returning it and putting the Germans on the back foot, and that could be a warning bell here for the Germans. Becky's going to have to get a little bit tighter with that serve. Bo went for the long one. Beck smashed it back beautifully. Germany
13.
just get back to 1 point. So far, a lot of points have been scored on the opposition service, so we're seeing almost 3/4 of the points for each pairing. As you're seeing here, it's been scored on the other team's serve.
14-12.
Interesting stats coming out early in this first game. The German camp watching intently.
15-12.
In fact, Raphael Beck, the tall of the two Germans, is involved in the mixed doubles semi-final with Kira Kattenbeck, who you just saw in your picture there. They're ranked 77 in the world. And that will be played tomorrow. Good start here from Heinz, working hard at the back of the court. Lovely rally. Heinz tempted to go in there, decided to play safe. Lovely rally. That was superb from both teams. And the Germans will be really buoyed with that one. They were living with their
15.
Danish opponents, and in the end, it was Mogensen who just netted. That was good. Beck and Heinz certainly starting to move smoothly as we get towards the business end of this first game. Oh, superb. Mogensen was so fast onto that serve from Beck.
16, 13.
And Raphael Beck, again, just, there you go, serves and it's point against. And Beck is definitely having issues with his serve. The Danes seem to be reading it. Oh, lovely punch down the backhand line there from from Raphael Beck.
16.
Mogensen couldn't get to that at all, just an outstretched arm. Again, points going against serve. Germany need to try and score a couple of points on their own serve to get back into this game, because again, they're already in trouble. The serve is read by Bowie.
17, 14.
He just has a little word with his coach as well on the way past. Well, that was the winning point, but it all started at the serve. Denmark just have that 3-point lead. Yet again. Well, again, the same pattern. Beck returns the serve with power, and the Danes are in trouble straight away, and one big hit from Heinz is good enough. Germany got to try and win a point on their own serve. At the moment, they're just not managing. Beck went long. Oh, beautiful play from Heinz. Oh, and it was Heinz all over that one. Andreas Heinz wins the point for Germany. It was Beck who put it away, but all the work was done by Heinz at the front of the net. And in the end, Mogensen could only pop it up in the air, and Raphael, 6'2", smashes it away, and Germany right back in this game now, 16-17. Can they get this point from the Beck serve? No, again read by Bowie.
Serve is over.
And the Danish left-hander
18, 16.
having a field day off the Beck serve. So 2 points again, and the important thing for the Danes is now they're very close to the finishing line. Just 3 points away. Of course, it's a best of 3 games, first to 21 and 2 clear points. Beck putting the pressure on that serve very quickly. Oh. Good rally, but an important one for the Danes to win.
16.
German team just had an opportunity earlier in that rally to take the point. Didn't convert. Heinz played more defensive shot than he could have done. The Germans paid for that. Great play from Andreas Heinz there. Very fast on the serve.
17, 19.
But are the Germans running out of points now? Denmark 2 points away from taking this first game. This is a really important point for Germany to try and take off their own serve. And Heinz went long, and that was easy there.
20 game points.
And,
17.
Matthias Bauer
I'm watching he's there to do his job, okay?
having a little chat with the service judge, saying you need to be looking out for these serves. He's they can have a little look at each other. Well, Meanwhile, Denmark have 3 game points here. And again, against the serve, Andreas Heinz, beautiful deception, slides it into the backhand front corner. But this is now the moment where Germany have not managed to really score heavily off their own serve. And Raphael Beck, who's had real problems. And again, that wasn't a long serve, it wasn't a short serve, that was to mid-court. And that just shows that Raphael Beck looks as if he's running a little bit out of ideas on the serve. And that's been the story of this first game. The German serve has been dominated by the Danes. And quite appropriate that we finished the first game on a point like that, where actually the serve was probably one of the worst I've seen all week. Bo and Mogensen take the first, 21-18. First game was just 19 minutes.
Det virker som om, at hver gang, at de har opten, så kører de over mod dig af et eller andet. Altså uanset om de så er ude i golfen.
Og bare det med, at du skal få stoppet, bare løber på det, fordi de står ikke og dækker en kort. De dækker alt det flade og er klar til at slå på. Så det med, at man bare kan lægge en kort og så følge med. Så det er rigtig god bevægelse, den ene rykker, så rykker den anden automatisk.
When you've got a 31 and a 34-year-old in your pairs team, it's certainly they're going to have a lot to say to each other. Here's the Germans.
Ruhig mal auf die 4 nach ganz außen machen.
Ja, das spielen wir mal.
Ja, mal einfach mal was anderes anbieten. Aber dann einfach die Qualität, so ein bisschen mehr Qualität in den Aufschlag, dann kann das auch noch machen. Ja? Genau. 2 Punkte haben wir gefühlt. Ja, ist auch.
Well, that was interesting. The Germans, you're just saying that they feel comfortable, and in fact we saw it in game 1. When it gets into a rally, the Germans are very comfortable at rallying, and they've been winning their fair share of points against the Danes. The trouble is, the serve has been the issue, and they have to sort that out. So first game to the world number 2s, Matthias Bo, Carsten Mogensen, in blue at the far side, against the German pairing, Raphael Beck and Andreas Heinz. Just looking at the stats from the first game, both pairings, because the score was 21-18, and both pairs actually scored 14 points off their opponent's serve, which service fault called. But if you think that the Germans only scored 18 points, that means they only scored 4 points off their own serve all the way through the match. The Danish pairing only scored 7.
Service fault calls. Service over. 2-1.
That's a certain look of disbelief, I think, from Andreas Heinz there. Now the Germans get the formation they wanted. They worked it around, they did a quick switch. Beck went to the back. And, well, within one shot, Matthias Bo just couldn't really do anything without Andreas Heinz. That's the German formation. That's the one that's got them into this position here in this semi-final. Beck's serve. Key here. And he just goes and puts it in the net. He's really going through a bit of turmoil at the moment. Rafael Beck. Serves are getting worse and worse. He needs to quickly get himself back into some sort of form. That was nicely played by Beck. Saw the opportunity, saw the gap. And the German pairing again, rallying well with their opponents, the world number 2 pairing from Denmark. It's probably a big as match as the Germans have ever played. And they're holding themselves up well when it comes to the rallies. Defending well there, and Heinz, it just clipped off the racket of Boa, and fault called, and Germany lead for the first time in this game. And more importantly, that's Germany's only 5th point that they've won off their own serve in the whole match. So things like this are very key to them. They're obviously struggling off their own serve. But now they have a 2-point lead. And this is where the Danes managed to get a lead early on, and they held on to it all the way through. Bowie was very quick on that serve from Heinz. Beck and Heinz taken to 3 games in their very first match here. Rafael Beck showing a bit of displeasure there from the shot from Heinz. They know how important it is to try and win these points on the Danish serves, and they've managed to do it there. Mogensen on the end of the big one from Beck. Wasn't loads of power in that, but Mogensen tried to play it into the empty part of the court. Germany maintained that 2-point lead, and another service fault called. Cute look of incredulity from Andreas Heinz. And they decided to go and have a little wipe down here. Maybe that's something that they can actually challenge in future with a super slow-mo. Oh, Heinz almost playing what would have been quite an incredible shot at quite a crazy angle here. Denmark bring it back to 7-all. Oh, Heinz looks at his racket in disgust there. It's good the Germans can still smile. Well, the main rules on the service, the whole shuttle needs to be below the server's waist. at the instant of being hit by his racket.
8-7.
And the shaft and the racket head of the server's racket, when it hits the shuttle, should be pointing in a downward direction. So those are the two major rules that the service judge has to bear in mind.
Okay.
And when he holds his arm, 8-all here. Some crucial points now. Denmark have the first game in the bag. Oh, well, whatever happens in this match, the German pairing will come away knowing that they have just matched the world number 2 when it comes to playing badminton, and that's the crucial thing here. Sure, they can go and work on their serves, but when it comes to the rallies, they are matching the Danes point for point. The Danes already attacking off the Beck serve. I don't have the stats in front of me in terms of looking at individual serves, but I can almost be sure. I think Beck, out of all his serves, of which he's done about, looking at the list, I think he's done about 12 or 13. Actually, he's won just the 2 points. Great defence from Heinz. Beautiful defence, but the Danes put it away in the end.
10-9.
That's the first time in this game that the Danes have had a run of 2 points in a row. It's been that, sorry, they had a run of 3 points in a row just a little bit earlier, and now a run of 2 points. And just starting to get their act together a little bit here. Pressure again on Bowie, who puts it short. So there's no doubt that there's enormous pressure on the service, on the servers here in these games. Germans were both crowding that front line. Here you see, look how close they are. That's a superb judgment from Andreas Heinz. 10-all. And that's good. Heinz puts in a good serve here, and they'll go to the break, leading in this second game. They need to win it to stay in this match and have a chance of the final. They've got a bronze medal in the bag already. The losers will get the bronze, but it's a chance of the silver and gold.
Hvis vi lige kører en vinkel afsted, så er det...
Ja, en vinkel og de der stop, vi har. Jeg får stops, men hvis vi har en så er det
Starting to get to a crucial second game for men's doubles. First semi-final here at Baku Sports Hall. There's a good crowd here tonight to watch this. It's been a good spectacle. Change of racket for Andreas Heinz.
11-10. Play.
So Germany have a 1 point lead here. And Rafael Beck, the serve wasn't too bad there from Heinz, but it was Rafael Beck who was punished. It was this shot from Beck really not doing anything at all, was it? Wasn't long, wasn't short, just mid-court. And at this level, they're getting put away just like that. You can't afford one loose shot because the Danes are all over it.
12-11.
This is why these guys are so highly ranked, number 2 in the world. It was actually a big shock when they lost to the Ivanov and Sozanov, who are in the other semi-final coming. Lost to them in the semi-finals of the European Championships recently. Just a little bit long there from Denmark. I'm not sure Beck would have been able to do a lot with that shot had it been going in. I think he was more relieved to see it going out. Beck to serve. And that was a great serve from Beck. He's been having real troubles, but this time Germany get the point off his serve. Heinz smashes it away, but he was struggling to get there. Germany's just managed to maintain this small lead. But this time Beck's serve wasn't so good, and yeah, he knows he's having big trouble. Shake of the head as he high-fives with his partner. 13 all. Big points to come now. Matthias Boer to serve. Well, Boer has been the slightly better server on the Danish side. More points have come off his serves for Denmark than his opponent, than his partner. And there's another one from Boer, so that's 2 in a row, and this is a crucial time now. 2 points from Boer's serve. That was all him. 15-13, and the Danes have that 2-point lead now, a crucial point in this match. Beck gets the big hit from the backcourt. And Denmark on the defensive straight away. That's the hit that caused the trouble. And then 2 shots later, Germany have won the point. 14-15, Germany to serve. Andreas Heinz.
Service front court. Service over.
Well,
16-14.
here we go. That's 3 service faults. If you consider a swing of 3 points on both. Oh, that's a wonderful shot from Beck. Beautiful deception, and the Danes didn't read it. And I just wonder if those service faults, look at that, what a great shot from Beck, but I just wonder if those service faults may actually cost the Germans this match. We've seen 1 from Boer, and we've seen 3 from Heinz. Good defense from Heinz, brilliant defense, but in the end, they couldn't do anything about the final smash, and Denmark 4 points away from a place in the European Games final. Are they challenging this? Well, there you go. You just heard the Germans say, we need a break. So they're putting in a crazy challenge. This is not what this review system was meant for, but the Germans have decided that they just need to have a little rest. They're not even going to look at this. They have a little joke. Even a coach finds the funny side. Well, I wonder which way this will go. Well, they're taking their time finding it. Maybe the operators on the computer systems weren't expecting it at all. They're all waiting on the screen. The tension rises. Matthias Boer looks over at the operators to say what's going on. I think it just caught everybody by surprise. They possibly moved on to the next point, thinking that was never going to be challenged. Let's get ready. Here we go. And that's only... Ooh. You could say that was well in. Well, they've had a really good rest now, the German pairing. A tactical challenge,
One challenge remaining.
if ever you've seen one. And now they're fully refreshed. The Danes 4 points away from taking a match. Oh, well, maybe the rest did it for them. Beck puts the punch in. And Mogensen can't do anything about this. That was Bowie actually on the left-hander. 1 point in it. Heinz to serve. Oh, down the middle. And Heinz drops his racket in disgust.
18.
Well, in volleyball, this is called the husband and wife shot. I don't know if it's called the same in badminton. Straight down the middle, and then the two players have a little bicker at each other about who should have hit it. Oh, lovely rallies. Beautiful play from both. And a touch from Heinz. Oh, the frustration.
19.
He changed his mind at the last second. He was going to hit it, realised Beck was behind him, tried to pull his racket away, but just put the slightest touch on it as it went past. Well, time for Denmark to have a little run of points here now. 19-16, 2 away. And that's a beautiful smash. Matthias Boe, the return wasn't the best from Beck. And we have 4 match points now. Just been playing just over 19 minutes in this second game. Beck hits the big one from the back. The trouble for Germany now is they need to score 3 points in a row off their own serve. And Beck has only scored 4 points off his serve in the whole match. It's over. A very solid performance from the world number 2 pairing of Matthias Boe and Carsten Mogensen. And the Danes are through to the men's doubles final here at the Baku Sports Hall. The German pairing of Raphael Beck and Andreas Heinz can certainly hold their head up. The story of the match was all about the serve. The Germans just could not win enough points off their own serve. Just looking in the whole match, they only scored 8 points off their own serve out of 35 points scored, and that was a major problem for the Germans. But certainly when it came to rallying, there was no problem at all playing with their counterparts, and they'll be thinking about that in the future. But it's the Danes that go through comfortably 2 games to 0.